I'm Sean Vogel. This is Solomon Ishmael Cruz.
How you doing, people?
I think I said your name wrong.
You did.
This is Marshall June.
Take the head
Matt.
Matthew Allen.
Matthew Allen.
I have
And this is Mike
star on my
Vogel.
forehead.
Welcome. And today we're going to talk about the protocols of texting. And Solomon, what do you have to say about the man protocols?
Man protocol in texting? I feel like the man protocol in texting, it depends.
Hold on. Man.
Man.
Start with
You
man.
text me.
Man. Is it just a stranger that you just met?
Yeah.
Or
You're
is it
texting a
friend?
bro.
I'm texting a bro.
You text one of us.
I will text you guys probably as much as I would text my female friends. In the same manner.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
I like immediately, Matt, that's gay.
I would.
That's strange, especially
That's not-
since you've
well,
never texted me. But
That's because I don't have
aside
the
from the
number.
point, Michael texts his girlfriend
Constantly.
constantly, all the time. And if he were to text, say, you, Solomon, as
And
much
that
as he
same-
does his
See,
girlfriend,
to me, and
that would be
that's gay. Texting
Not
a girlfriend
gay.
all the time.
No,
That is-
but I'll say this: a girl that I'm trying to get, I will probably text a lot more.
But somebody
I
you're
feel-
already with, I don't think you text them as much.
And I think that's
But-
why I don't text bros.
That might be
I'm
why I'm
with you
single
guys.
too, so I don't.
I have you guys. You understand me, so why would I put the effort to be understood in my text when I know you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I say something and I'm like, oh man, could they interpret that as sarcasm? You guys know what I would mean by it. So why take the extra effort to finalize it? Now,
I don't believe in text talk. I don't abbreviate words. I don't. What are you doing?
No, that's not text talk. That's text remedialness.
you know what? I do that though.
Remedialness.
When I'm driving and it's like a quick, I'm gonna be late to my boss, or like if there's a legitimate reason I
Yeah.
need to text and I'm driving, so I don't have time to like think or
Mhm.
like type out R.
Yeah.
See now, I
While I'm
feel,
driving, I'll do the shorthand.
I feel Matt, no disrespect at all, but I feel like that was a very shallow way to look
About
at
the women?
a way to text people. That's very shallow of you to think because you're trying to get at them that you're gonna text them more than people who you already know.
Not text them more. I'll put more thought into it because we're still not.
But
I
you
think
want
that's what I
something from
meant.
them. You want something.
No, I want to get to know them.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful because I've had a lot of people it's hard to come across via text, via email, via snail mailing, anything that isn't verbal communication
Yeah.
with the body language. It's hard to come across because all you have is the words.
Yeah,
now,
no,
if I were to say, Solomon, you're an idiot.
That's not-
You know I say that to you all the time. You probably get, all right,
Yeah,
he's
but
being mad.
that's-
If I say that to a girl, she might think I'm serious
That's
if
not-
I don't know her yet.
That's not true because I have friends who I text, women friends, guy friends that I text, and they will know exactly how I'm saying it because I built up that texting.
That's what I just said.
No, that texting stamina. You can get to know
Texting
somebody
stamina.
very well just by texting. You don't have to meet them at all, but if you get to know somebody so much more by texting them. than
Yeah, but you have to put the thought in. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know if I get to know people more by texting because
I do.
you
Yeah,
don't get to know the manners.
Honestly, like
of
I don't
them.
even really like to text that much, just
Yeah, I
because
don't
it's
either.
like I'd rather talk to you face to face
Mhm.
because I think it's like
I would
it's just
rather-
it's relaying information.
But it also-
that's the one thing that people don't realize is texting is just relaying information.
It's short
There
hand
should
stuff.
be no
It's a modern
emotions with
beeper.
it at all. There should never be because actually this was a discussion that we had in interpersonal communication class that I had on how people misunderstand messages through like if you try to put some emotion
Mhm.
through a text, somebody could misunderstand what
Yeah,
you mean.
totally.
Like,
That's why I
and
hate
that's why-
sarcasm via
yeah.
text.
That's
Yeah.
why they
Worst
created
thing
the
ever.
LOL, JK, and J play.
And that's why it's never a good idea to get into an argument, like say a girlfriend or whatever, or anybody. It's never a
Oh,
good
dude,
idea
that's
to
the
get into
worst.
an argument.
Dude,
yes.
I love getting in arguments over text. It's the
No!
best thing in the world.
But there's no
hiding
emotion
behind
to-
text.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
not at all.
You feel like-
Not at all.
No, no.
Not at all. Because if somebody sends you a text message, a 5-page text message, that means that they took the time to write you, which means, in a sense, they do care about you. Because nobody's going to take the time to write on their thumbs a 5-page text
On
message
their
if
thumbs.
they do not care about who they're talking to.
Well, that is a valid point, but I think that it's not the right way because you don't get the emotion behind what the argument or the person was mad about.
That's
Okay.
granted,
Well, what
that's
about
granted.
sexting?
Ooh, I don't like it at all.
And
I mean, like-
I don't like it either.
I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm saying it's a thing.
But it comes out very awkward.
But some
It does,
people,
'cause clearly-
but some people are actually into it. Like Okay,
I
I've
think it's
tried
some
it
people's
before,
thing.
and it was yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't.
I get
into
it.
I know absolutely nothing about sexting.
See,
Oh, okay, okay.
Let me finish my thought real quick. But
Why?
But
Just kidding.
whenever I text, I try to sound as smart as I possibly can. And if you're sexting, you don't want to sound smart. I don't know. It just sounds.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
The
yeah,
minute
yeah.
you say
So
penis in a
deliberately-
sex.
Trying to make yourself sound
you're
stupid.
stupid.
Yeah.
And all of that just comes out weird.
And there's proof. There's proof that you sexted. Because either you don't delete your texts or she doesn't delete hers.
That's true. And then like you get that awkward moment where you want to show your friend like, oh, dude, check this picture out. But you have to hold the phone so they don't slide right to that one picture that
But
you
you're
want.
Oh, no. The worst one is like someone else goes through your phone and you have pictures of her saved and of you saved. So they're all there just waiting for someone.
But I'm gonna say,
But you take a new one every time.
You know,
You
I
want
think
to
it's funny.
show her
I know, but
what she's been
but-
doing
but-
to it.
Okay, but let's say you, because before you send a picture, you have to save it, and let's say you just don't immediately go into.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny how incriminating a cell phone can be.
Yes.
Like,
True.
a
Oh,
cell
yeah.
phone could get you into so much trouble. Just regardless. I mean, it could be anything. That's why, like, it's gonna sound so bad of me to say, but like, whenever I'm actually in a relationship, I have passwords on my voicemail. I have passwords on how to get
See,
in my
now-
phone. I have like my phone is like Fort Knox, and it's like I don't have anything to hide because I'm actually a pretty loyal person. But like, I feel that there's always gonna be that one time.
Yeah.
That one time.
Let me tell you.
To me, it's not just that. I just hate it. I think it's super horrible invasion of privacy. Even if I have nothing even on my phone, you pick up my phone.
Let me tell you something.
That is the most dickiest thing you can do
Let me
in
tell you
this world.
something. This phone has gotten me in so much trouble because I've tried the password thing. My girlfriend would pick it up. She's like, oh, you got a new password. What is it? And if I don't tell her what it is, it's like, why can't I know what the
Yeah,
password is?
exactly.
And then I tell her
Why
my
don't you
password.
just? Why don't you trust me?
No, I tried that card, but no. I tell her my password. She's looking at him like, so you find anything interesting? I know there's something interesting in this phone because let's face it, I was a dumb child back in the day. And
Oh, so this isn't a recent story.
no, this is about a month ago.
Oh.
So a month ago you were dumb.
Sometimes that one thing, it might not even. It might not
You were
even.
a dumb
No,
child.
check this out, check this out. Okay.
Now you're a dumb
So
adult.
she went through my message, and she was like, you telling me, I was telling this person, she was a friend. She's a friend. My girlfriend doesn't get that I can be friends with women without having any other motive.
Exactly.
But she's like, oh, she's a friend, why are you telling me you miss her? It's like, 'cause I miss my friends. My bad. And then like later on she checks my phone, my phone deleted all my messages. My phone does that for some time. It's a thing, women. Your phone does delete
you
your
do
messages.
auto delete.
No, I don't
Or
do
not
auto
only
delete.
that,
No,
like,
your
it'll
phone
reach
will-
a certain
it'll
point
just-
and it'll do it
just
because of
everything.
memory.
Oh, I don't
And
know.
so,
mine doesn't
and
do
so
that. I have to do it.
that happened. And she was like, so why'd you delete your text messages? And I was like, you just complained about me not deleting them. Why? Just like, well, I just think you're something. Like, no, my phone just deleted them. And then there was a time where I just deleted a certain thing because the thread got way too long. She's like, why are you deleting that certain person's messages? I'm like, I don't know. Why do I eat sandwiches in the morning? Why do I drink apple juice?
Why
It
does that
just
need a
happened.
And that's
in the
exactly what I was saying. Like, it could be something
Is there eggs in your
completely
sandwich?
innocent. Like, you do, because there are times that you, guys, well, we had this discussion. You know, there are some people who are friends with girls. Like,
Me.
you're in a relationship, and then,
Me.
like, you say something, but that's not the way you meant it.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
she takes it the wrong way.
Your text message can be not misinterpreted just by the two people in the conversation,
But from somebody
by
else.
anyone who sees it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have in the past had a lot of problems with being misunderstood via text. Like especially with it, like, but I feel like it's the biggest problem when they're crazy. When the girl you're already with is crazy, that's when problem.
Why would you be with a girl who's crazy?
No,
You know what?
It's impossible. It's impossible to not be.
But what I'm getting to is like, sometimes I don't have problems. Like from time to time, it happens where I don't have problems where like there's no miscommunications via text. Like I have a lot of people, friends especially, where that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
There is no problem. Like like Matt was saying, I text a friend. Oh yeah, dude, suck my dick. Like,
If Mikey were to text me that, I get it. If Jeff were to text me something, which happened,
we have to raise a roof for
crazy.
Although so far,
Please leave out his name.
I get what you mean though. There's certain yeah, you're right. There's only certain things you can say to certain people that would get what you're talking about.
I legitimately feel like it's the level of connection you have with this person.
With the person in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why I think texting can be used in the dating world. One of the applications of it, I think, can be to test how well you know that person.
Yeah.
Because I will send a very Matt-like text, "Hey, baby doll," and wait to see how it's handled. Is it acceptable? Does she know me well enough to handle Madisms in my texting? You know what I mean?
Madism.
Madisms.
I've actually started using our isms in just when I text. Like I started using "let's face the facts" a lot.
Yeah.
When I text, let's face the facts.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things I heard Mikey ever say, this was back when we were getting done with the Macbeth auditions, and you were texting, I want to say 2 people at a time, and he nonchalantly said, "This is a lot of people that I'm texting at a time." And in my head, I was like, what? Like, I'll text 4 to 6 people at a time on a good day.
I text one person.
I'm with Mikey.
On a bad day.
If I'm texting, like if it's a conversation, if we can call it that, like if we're responding text to each other, I can only really handle one person. And if I'm texting 2, one of the conversations will die because I'll get confused and I'll start talking about the same thing. Somehow I'll make, unless the topics can somehow morph into the same topic with both people, which can either be good or bad, because I'll be talking, then I'll be talking to this one person, and we'll talk about my day or whatever, and I'll share this really intense story, and it's hard to text, because I hate texting anything over 3 lines. And by lines, I mean words. And then they're talking to this person, and then they ask me the question I just answered, and I'm thinking, can I forward it? No, because I added something else to that message that I don't want this person to know. I don't want...
For me, even again, like there's for me there's a different problem. It's sending the wrong text to the wrong person.
That's so much.
It does. It happens.
Okay.
I'm really. All right. So can we set up the bottom line?
Yeah, bottom line.
Set up the bottom line.
Bottom line, Solomon, what's the bottom line?
The bottom line is, you can get to know a person a lot by texting, and I personally love texting. It gives me something to do during my pastime. Say if I'm just chilling, watching a movie, I prefer texting over phone calls because phone calls you have to be zoned in. Texting, I'm still zoned in, but the pause is okay. And the texting and phone calls things come down to the pause. That dot, that little ellipses will let you know that you're okay. You're okay. What?
Marshall, what's the bottom line? Shut up.
I have honestly nothing to really say about texting except I use it just to relay information. I try not to put too many emotions into it, but I just do that even with emails, but that's because of what I learned from the interpersonal communications class. And as a matter of fact, even in person, sometimes you could say something to somebody, they could take it a certain way, but you meant it another way. I mean, I think just communication in general is a challenge and can be work and confusing depending on who you're doing it with. So, but yeah, and that's my bottom line.
Bottom line?
Bottom line, Matt hates texting, so if I've ever sent you a text and you're a girl, this is my way of telling you that means I like you. You've been warned.
Dope.
My bottom line, I like texting moderately. I mean, I don't like.
You don't even send me texts back.
I don't send anyone texts.
I get offended sometimes.
I'll send you a text, Marshall. Like right after the show, I will send you a text.
But Marshall was like, Solomon, you're the only person that texts me back. I'm like, that's because I'm awesome. That was my response.
I like texting. I think it's a great get to know you, but I do like to evolve into real conversations, knowing people.
Tangible, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My bottom line is that everyone has their own text language. There are no rules to texting. Just speak the way. Just speak the way that you want to speak, and people understand. Even if they misunderstand, you can clear it up. Everything is so easy when it comes to text. I'm just kidding. It's not actually easy.
I'm just kidding.
Eventually, everything will work out. And I hope more people text me. I guess people don't have my number, and that makes me sad.
I saved it finally. I'm gonna fix it right now.
Thank you for watching The Man View. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like us on Facebook. Get us on Twitter.
Text us.